All right, everybody. So we are here at Fort Knucklebone still. You have met Mad Maggie and gone through a Dream Quest ritual with her and Lulu. Mad Maggie was very keen to find out Lulu's memories. Maggie is kind of a fangirl of the Archdevil Zariel, the fallen angel, who now rules this level of hell. And And so yeah, so you went through that ritual, and Lulu unlocked a memory, and she thinks she knows where to go to find Zariel's sword, and you're told by Duke Ravengard that he had that vision when he put on the helm of Torm's sight, the one that at first was like killing him, but you guys went and did a ritual to cleanse it, and you got to have this prophecy unfold here. One thing we are retconning, and I did cover it in the chat a little bit earlier. At the end of last game, I kind of was looking and had a soft spot for you, and I didn't want any of you walking across the plains of hell anymore. So I went and upgraded the vehicle that you got, from the ones that the text says to a bigger one that technically the text said wasn't for sale or trade. And after I thought about it for a while, I said, that's a big mistake, and I don't want to, let my mistake lead to a bad outcome for you guys. I think you're going to have much more fun with the vehicles that Maggie gave you and seeing where you can go with that. So I suppose nobody's going to really speak up and say they mind too much. So I thank you very much for allowing me that mulligan. But as it turns out, the Dune Buggy craft seats four, but a fifth or even a sixth or seventh could just cling on to the outside of the vehicle, and therefore nobody has to walk. Yes.
Did Fancy give the vehicle inspiration?
That's, you know what? That's enough that it's specific enough. Infernal War Machine Inspiration. Bardic Inspiration, you mean, right?
Correct.
All right. So unfortunately, I didn't find it immediately in the thing, so I'm going to have to table that for research later. I was hoping I would get an immediate result in the first couple of Google things, but yeah, I'm gonna for now, I'm gonna say no, just because they're an inanimate object. So I don't think an inanimate object could benefit from inspiration, but I'll look it up.
Nope, you're right. Creature. It's creature.
Awesome. Okay, let me. You know what? I'll even further make that legal by looking up the war machines here. Where are these stat blocks? Stat blocks. Oh, I know. I got to scroll down. Here we go.
Yes, but it's run by soul coins, so technically, wouldn't it have a soul?
Machines. There we are. All right. So a Devil's Ride and a Tormentor. Those are the ones you got. Yeah, they don't describe them as creatures. They are vehicles. They have stat blocks, but
Ruling has been made.
right. So we were at the fort, and Lulu wanted to lead you to a place. Let me go back and look at Lulu's Dream Quest a little bit. Lulu's Dream Quest. Okay, there's Lulu's Dream Quest. Okay, right. So Lulu awoke from the dream quest and cried out, the sword, I know where it is." And she could barely contain her joy at rediscovering the location of the Bleeding Citadel. And she can't wait to get started on the next leg of the journey.
So, Dan, what vehicle did we end up with? So,
You got two vehicles. You got a Devil's Ride, which is like a motorcycle, and you got a Tormentor. Let me see if I can pop those up for you. There you go. You should be able to see those.
thank you.
So the Tormentor has a helm and a harpoon flinger that can be manned. Other than that, it looks like it seats 4. And there's all sorts of rules for for vehicular combat. It runs based on the chase rules that some of you might be familiar or not with. I know for a fact that Kyle knows the chase rules because he fucked me like 10 years ago, and I'm never going to forget it. I did all this prep work for a big chase. The vampires in Curse of Strahd were going to chase Kyle through the streets, and he completely negged my entire chase by going into a private residence to which the vampires couldn't enter. But anyway,
You told me the story at least 5 times.
I know it's like such a painful memory. Every time chases come up, I relive it. All right, so you guys are here at Fort Knucklebone. You've got your vehicles. You've got a location. Let me again look up. What does this say here? All right, so that doesn't hit. Quest for the sword. What I don't remember is... Okay. I don't know if Lulu knows something, which is what I'm trying to think, but I'm going to just ping it on the map for you guys. Lulu thinks the Bleeding Citadel is up here. So you'll have to cross the River Styx at some point. And in big vehicles, that could be a problem. So if you want to inquire with any of the locals about how that all works before you get out on the plains of hell, that might be a wise idea.
Does anyone hear a big ramp in the future?
Dukes of Hazzard jump, right?
It's possible.
Yeah, I'll ask Maggie if she knows how the river works and where we need to go to cross.
So she says you can find these creatures called Merenoloths. They are neither devils nor demons. They're the neutral evil fiends that occupy like the plains of Gehenna and a couple others that I can't recall right now, but that one of these ferrymen actually have barges that are large enough for infernal vehicles, and they usually have the price be a soul coin for each vehicle.
Check. I don't remember. Does anyone remember?
What's that?
Did we get any soul coins yet?
Yeah, you did. Let's see. So let me scroll down to where Maggie gave you the loot. All right, so yeah, you got 3 soul coins, a silvered weapon, 2 weeks of rations that taste like crap but will keep you alive, and warning about some of the other warlords that are out there. Says there's also a roaming character out there called Smiler the Defiler. And he said that he's a friendly bloke, not a hostile. So if you see him, he could be a potential resource for directions or other things like that. Smiler the Defiler, just somebody mentioned by Maggie that you might encounter out there. And then, of course, there's the, what was it called? Because it's not marked on the map because it wanders. Mahadi, I remember the guy's name.
The traveling caravan?
Yeah, right. I just don't remember the name of the caravan. But Mahadi's caravan, we'll call it for now, because I remember the NPC's name at least. Let's see. If I were to go to D&D Beyond and do a search on Mahadi, I bet you it'll give it to me. The Wandering Emporium. That is a couple of gargantuan war machines that roll across the plain of Avernus. But if you see it again, nothing to run from. That would be possibly something to approach, to investigate, and check out. But so if you guys can think about how you want to, who you want to drive the two vehicles. First of all, you don't need proficiency with land vehicles. But if you do have proficiency with land vehicles, then you can add your proficiency bonus onto whatever checks you make.
I have proficiency in land vehicles.
So that's a good one.
I do as well.
All right. Anybody else? You might have your two drivers just based on that.
Fancy just wants shotgun.
Climb to the front while he plays his music.
Right. Now you're going to have one person clinging to the outside. Did we decide that was fancy?
Absolutely not.
No,
He has 9 charisma, and he will try to charm you just to not do that.
Is clinging to the outside going to require any sort of skill checks?
I didn't see anything to that effect, so no. I think if there's a crash, it mentions anybody clinging to the outside has to make a save or get thrown. If the vehicle crashes, but I didn't even see that it caused a lot of damage. It was just about being thrown and made prone.
Dan, would there be enough scrap material around at the yard where we're getting this for me to build a metal seat on the top of one of these?
I don't think so, but you might be able to find stuff out on the plains. There's lots of salvage opportunities.
Okay.
So that's definitely something that would be possible, especially if you were keeping an eye out for it, right?
Hey, Dagon, you mind if I grab the smaller of the two?
Grab the bike.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. That's fine.
So I'm going to take the Devil's Ride.
You feel like Ghost Rider now, don't you?
Dude, it could jump 60 feet.
That's awesome.
The bike can jump 60 feet?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
If you get it, it's called the jump. It's a jump feature, and as long as you get 30 feet in a straight line, you can jump. I can jump up to 60 feet.
Could you read exactly how it reads? Because I want to know if you were to use some demon ichor and pour it in the engine, could you jump 120 feet or something? Or because Demon Ichor, when you pour it into an engine, gives it a big boost.
Let me see if I can link it off this. It won't link, so let's copy and paste.
Each foot it clears off the jump costs a foot of movement.
It has 120 foot of movement.
Right. Damn. That could be fun. All right. Unless there's... you haven't taken a long rest. I thought I heard people saying that. Is that something you want to do before you head out towards the location that Lulu thinks is the location of the Bleeding Citadel and the Sword of Zariel?
All right. Do you guys want to take a long rest or not? Wait. It's good for me because I get rid of exhaustion, but we do take a chance of lawful evil again.
Well, I was about to say, because the problem is, I think me and Fancy both only have a day before we both permanently turn evil.
Oh, I forgot that you had the same
I only
problem.
rolled one day.
Right?
Well, if that's the case, it's both of one day. Does that mean we take a long rest or no?
Not yet.
Maybe we did.
Well, we did to do the dream. We got like a long rest.
Right.
Oh, okay. Then we had that big fight,
Then,
which
In the dream, yeah.
which I'm only down one spell slot.
Same.
I forgot about the dream. I forgot we took that long rest after the battle with the...
Right, and that's how we turned evil.
All right, so I don't think we really need a long rest, do we?
I
don't think so.
Maybe.
Probably not, no.
How does being evil, inhibit us?
I think from a role-playing standpoint, it just puts you in a little bit more of a position of what's in it for me. I'm not risking my neck unless I'm getting something.
Yeah, might be just decision changes.
All right, I'm doing good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, just slightly more of a prick. That's all.
Yeah.
I think I can play that.
Am I evil? Yes, I am. All right. So we're heading out on the vehicles, trying to get across the River Styx and get up here to where Lulu, wrong movie, Lulu, is thinking that the Bleeding Citadel is. To remind you what the Bleeding Citadel was, in case you're wondering, when Lulu was down in hell before, when Zariel fell, she was escorting one of Zariel's lieutenants to hide the sword, and this lieutenant, I forget his name at the moment, but he drove his sword into a rock, and at the same time Lulu let out a trumpet holy blast that completely drained and disoriented her, but it raised this massive citadel around the sword. Now, Avernus doesn't take kindly to this massive, divine, holy citadel being on its surface, and it's treating it like an infection, and if you will, the defense system of Avernus is actually forming a massive scab and is consuming this citadel slowly, treating it as a cancerous growth almost. So yeah, that's where the sword is. So that's fun. But you guys have to cross a lot of territory and a river before you get there. So if you are ready to hit the road, I think again we've assigned drivers. Anybody want to take? I think the Tormentor has a weapon station at the Harpoon Flinger. So that's kind of like on the back of the Doom Buggy. Looks like there would be 2 other seats for the people. So who's driving the Doom Buggy? Dagon?
Yeah.
And we got somebody to operate the Harpoon Flinger.
How is that? What's the mechanics of the Harpoon Flinger?
It's a ranged weapon attack, +7 to hit with a range of 120 feet, and 2d8 plus 2 piercing damage. You have 10 harpoons.
Okay. So it's +7 regardless of like my dexterity or anything.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Then I'll man the harpoon. Why not?
Cool.
I will cling to the outside because that sounds exciting.
Nice.
All right.
Now the question is, do you want to do it on the motorcycle or the dune buggy?
The motorcycle.
Oh, love it.
What do they call that? Riding what?
I'm not gonna go there.
I'm not going there, right? I was gonna walk away from that one. Sexism has no place here.
That's
I think everyone walked away from that one.
Okay.
All right. So, as you get about a half mile or so away from Fort Knucklebone, you guys are all good with leaving Fort Knucklebone at this point? Nobody has any other business?
Yep.
All right.
Nope.
So a plume of red dust billows in the distance, created by a large infernal war machine barreling in your direction. Its crew consists of boar-headed and rat-headed humanoids, all wearing goggles. The incoming infernal war machine is a gore-spattered demon grinder, with gnashing metal teeth at the front and a wrecking ball swinging behind it. It is moving to intercept, and it is not trying to be stealthy.
I'm going to move to flank it.
Let's see here. I'm going to toss us back on the random battle map here. Let's see. I probably got to drop some tokens and stuff. Let's see. Who do we got? I don't see Fancy. So there's Fancy the famous bard. All right. Looks like a couple of icon statuses to clear. All right, and I'm going to take out the vehicles while I'm at it. The Devil's Ride and the Tormentor. We'll put you guys kind of down here. This is going to be a little bit more theater of the mind.
Now, with Marielle on the outside, can I bring it to so she can fire at the other thing with her bow?
Oh, yeah. Yep, and that goes for anybody. You still get your turn when you're in the vehicle. If you, for example, if you didn't want to shoot the harpoon, you could cast a spell instead. Nothing tells you you have to use the harpoon. It just takes an action to do so. Kyle had the motorcycle. Dagon was over here. Marcus was back. All right, so this is kind of roughly...
And Marielle was on top of the motorcycle.
Right. We get our birds out of the way. They're flying. They're flying next to the vehicles. Let's see. Who else do we need out here? We need Lulu, right? I don't have Lulu on the board.
Correct.
All right. Let's get Lulu.
Rhea?
Rhea is she stayed back in El Terrell with Duke Ravengard to help defend the city. Right. Yeah.
That's why she wasn't in the fight.
Right. She was bid you a tearful farewell. She's gonna miss you. You're gonna miss her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She hits hard.
More like it.
Yeah.
She was a nice second tank.
All right. So who else do I need besides Lulu? I said okay. So I said there was a demon grinder coming. it's coming to intercept, and it's up here. And let's see, what did there was boar-headed and rat-headed humanoids here. Named creatures. All right. Were-boars and were-rats. 2 were-boars, 2 were-rats. Now, an interesting thing about lycanthropes in Avernus is there is no lunar cycle, so they are not beholden to changes based on phases of the moon. They just tend to hang out in their hybrid form 24/7. But this, let's see, these start, I think, 300 feet away, and we're going to try to keep track of the number. Put it down here. We'll just edit that as necessary to talk about the rough distance. We'll kind of keep it based on the average between, assuming the Devil's Ride and the Tormentor stick together. I think the Devil's Ride is a little bit faster, so there's opportunity for him to peel away, but for the most part we'll do to the slowest vehicle and the lead vehicle for the chase. And that's what the distance will be. Okay. Wow, really, this entry is really small. It says you can try to outrun, outmaneuver, or destroy the approaching enemy vehicle. Vehicle has a chomper and a wrecking ball. Okay.
Has anyone ever saw Road Warrior?
Right. All right. That's this is pretty straightforward. It's just a fight.
So can it be charmed or?
The vehicle can't, but the driver could be.
Okay. All right. Fancy is ready. Everybody else go ahead.
I'm trying to find the starting distance. I apologize. It's like I have the number 300 in my head, and I feel fairly confident about that, but I just want to reread it to know that that's what we're doing here. But fuck it. All right. 300 feet. We'll start the distance there. Now, with a chase, the way it goes is you can do all the actions that are available to you or to the station you're sitting at. But regardless of what you do or don't do on your turn, at the end of it, you roll a d20 to see if a chase complication occurs. Now, a complication could be, something natural, something, living. It could be a bunch of different things, but it doesn't affect you. The complication that you do at the end of your turn affects the next person in line, and they will have an opportunity to deal with that complication themselves. There's also something called mishaps, and that happens if your vehicle takes damage. Mishaps are more things like an engine flare, a lock steering, a weapon malfunction, something like that. But that happens if your vehicle takes damage that is over its mishap threshold. And if you look up at the hit points of the vehicle, you see that it has a damage threshold and a mishap threshold. And the damage threshold is just, it doesn't take any damage unless it takes at least, in this instance, 10. You can, as the driver, can, as a bonus action, he can make the vehicle take a dash action, which of course doubles your movement. The other things that the driver would do in a kind of theater of the mind choice would really just be deciding whether you want to dash or not. You can only dash a number of times equal to 3 plus the vehicle's constitution modifier. After that, when you take a dash action, you have to make a constitution check to avoid the vehicle getting a level of exhaustion. Once a vehicle hits exhaustion 5, its speed becomes 0 and it kind of breaks down. But you can bet that the pursuing vehicle is probably going to take the dash action a number of times, so if you want to stay away from it, you better be prepared to do the same. Or you could take a different tack and close the distance instead, deciding that you like your odds of going head-to-head with these guys. So what do you think?
Say, let's go.
Well, let's ask our two drivers. Dagon, where do you want to take this vehicle?
You fancy of a talk action?
Just, yeah.
I could charm everybody in that car. I just can't charm the car.
Yeah, but you have to get within like 30 feet, right?
Do I?
We're what, 300 feet away?
Right.
Is that what we?
Yeah, we're 300.
Yeah, so we have to get a bunch closer.
Oh, I can start shooting people from here.
Yeah, for the first action, I would just dash towards the.
Yeah.
Don't forget that thing can hit pretty hard.
Hypnotic pattern is 120 feet.
I can shoot from here at disadvantage. Can you shoot and drive?
Where does it say it? Okay. Here it is, rules. Action station. Helm. If the driver is incapacitated, leaves the helm, or does nothing to alter the war machine's course and speed, the vehicle moves in the same direction and at the same speed as it did during the driver's last turn, unless it hits an obstacle big enough to stop it. So in that case, the driver could literally take his hands off the wheel and do something different. He's just going to continue in a straight line.
Okay.
Are we heading straight at it right now?
Right now, you are headed south, so you're headed off the edge of the map down below, and he's that distance behind you, giving chase.
So I could get up, shoot him, and then sit back down.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm going to stand up with my hand crossbows and fire 2 arrows.
All right, let's roll for initiative.
If you guys are okay with that.
Yep.
So we're starting at 300 feet. Is that what we're doing?
Why not? If we can hit it and it can't hit us.
Exactly. I mean, we could kind of. What are they?
All right, there's Kyle, Marcus, Muriel.
Sorry, I'm like reloading my roll 20. It just crashed on me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's just.
And Dan, visualize this as I drive. The owl sits on my shoulder.
Got it.
Bad.
I don't know if it's what you did, but I'm picturing the owl with little goggles on.
Oh man, that's perfect.
Okay, come on. Sorry, my computer's like being weird right now.
I'll pause for a second. I mean,
Okay,
it's an hour in.
okay, so
Yeah, this is
I gotta-
probably going to be a little clunky, but I'm hoping it's entertaining. So
John.
I'm trying to get back in. I don't know why roll 20 wasn't loading.
not to worry.
Alright, come on. God damn it.
You're making your computer nervous.
Here, I'm just gonna... You didn't happen to see anything in the chat, did you?
What, for you rolling initiative?
I think I'm gonna have to restart my computer. I can't hear you, Dan. I don't know, there's something going on with it right now.
Can anyone hear me?
I'll be back.
I hear you,
Yeah.
Okay.
and I hear her.
Right, I hear her fine, right. Okay, I will do my best with Salim. In the meantime, let's add a turn for her. She's off of here, so let me get up her character sheet. Initiative, normal, roll. Alright. Alright, Kyle, on the motorcycle, you get to act first, so you kind of lean back from driving the motorcycle, take your crossbow, and
Yep.
take
I
a
was
shot.
honestly hoping to go before.
And can I see the driver of the other unit?
Okay, so the helm has 3/4 cover.
I ignore 3/4 cover.
Oh, you magnificent son of a bitch, you.
Sharpshooter with crossbow, kinda.
I think he's armor class 11, the driver. He would have had +5 for 3/4 cover, but you again ignore that.
Oh, I missed.
Oof. Right. Any other action?
And I'm going to bonus action temporary hit points.
Okay. What power is that?
That's my Eldritch Cannon.
Eldritch Cannon.
It has 15 uses.
Nice. All right. So at this point, are you are saying pointed away from?
Actually, she got wrong button. Sorry. I'm gonna just allow it to keep doing its thing.
All right.
I'm gonna let them change up to us,
Okay.
and now I gotta hit the right button.
So your vehicle moved in that amount
Maria,
of 120 feet.
Mario, and I get 12 temporary hit points.
Cool.
All right. So you moved 120 feet, and that puts the pursuing distance right now at 420 feet between the Demon Grinder and the Devil's Ride. Salim is on the Tormentor, which is a little bit closer. You are still technically 300 feet away.
Wait, we were moving away from it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Though we want to keep them at range as long as we can, so we can pick them off, don't we?
Yeah, I can't hit it
terrain.
420.
Okay, Dan. What's your max range?
My max range, and I would be shooting at disadvantage, is 320.
So I wouldn't have let it move forward then.
All right. Let me see what the because you took your action.
Oh, so I can't stop it this round.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I could hold an action until it comes in range, so I can do it that way.
Okay.
If it's chasing us.
Yeah, I mean, and give it a second. It won't be 420 feet away for long because it's
Yep.
going to get its turn and it's going to, take
Yeah.
the dash action, and it might even use Demon Iker to get even
Okay.
more of a boost. Right.
Hi. So I actually rolled a 3. It's just because I guess I joined the initiative late. It put me in next. So I guess I'm not supposed to be the next person to go?
I rolled it for you, and it got a 17. We can leave.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Right.
Sorry, thank you for that. I apologize. My
No.
computer started, like, bugging out. I don't know why.
No, they do. I work with them all day. I know that is things that they do.
We are in
Yeah.
hell. It could have been gremlins.
Right?
Honestly, today at work, too, I was having technical issues, so I think it's just a day for me. Nothing's gonna work. I will also hold my action. Let me see. What am I gonna hit them with? If they get... Okay, I'm just gonna... Because Fancy, I know you said you wanted to try and charm them. I'll just hold my action until they get close, and then I'll hit them with just, like, a cantrip for now.
Okay. I tried to. I'm kind of figuring a little bit out as I go how this is all going to work. So I've got the numbers split, how far away the Demon Grinder is to the Devil's Ride and the Tormentor. I hope that makes it easier. So you are only 300 feet away.
Unfortunately, everything's
Still.
under 200 feet, so...
Yeah.
All
yeah.
right. Now this guy. Let's see. Harpoon Flinger, range 120 feet. So he would be taking. Wow, it doesn't have a max range on it either. That's kind of weird. So I'm going to say anything beyond 120 feet. No, range 120 feet. That's it. It doesn't shoot further than that. So he can't fire his harpoon. I don't think a werebore has a lot of options. He really doesn't, so he's just in the vehicle and along for the ride, waiting to get closer. Marcus, you are along for a ride on the dune buggy.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna shoot at disadvantage with a crossbow.
At the driver?
Yeah. Is that the front one?
Right,
Yeah. Might as well at the driver.
right. He is
Crossbow
armor
dis-
class 16 due to 3/4 cover. Looks
Yeah.
like you got it through, though.
Disadvantage.
Oh,
It's
right. All right, unfortunate. We'll have to wait for him to get a little bit closer. But Dagon, you're driving the Tormentor. Do you want to increase the distance? Come to a complete stop? What would you like to do?
Like, I was thinking we should turn around a bit and
Oh,
wait up
I'm also
more.
forgetting. I told you guys the chase complication thing. I forgot all about that. So we'll do it at the starting on Dagon's turn. At the end of your turn, we'll do a chase complication check.
What's the chase complication again?
It's just a
It says
D20 roll.
Oh, okay.
Right.
And he's moving closer to us. So, yeah, I don't know. Can I slow down, stop the machine, or does it have to constantly be running?
So with your action, or you can do a bonus action to dash. If you do nothing, it will just move its 100 feet without it. So you technically don't have to take an action to make it travel another 100 feet. It's just a question of whether you want to use the dash action or not, or if you want to let these guys get closer. I mean, the other thing is that you could just try to outrun them. If you keep the distance really high, they might abandon the pursuit. It's just a lot of different ways you can handle this situation.
I think for this one, I'll just keep pace and not use the dash action.
Okay. So you managed to increase it to 400. You've got a motorcycle 20 feet in front of you. And do you want it to... okay, so no bonus action to dash. What else can the driver do? Yeah, bonus actions. Yeah, all right. Then we go to Fancy, who is riding shotgun.
Okay, so I can cast Bardic Inspiration. Shoot. How many feet away are they?
Right now they are 400 feet from you, but they you could hold your action and ready it for when they come closer, because they're about to have a surge of speed and close some of the distance.
Okay. I will cast Bardic Inspiration on a character that is going after. Well, on a character who hasn't gun yet.
Right? I think that's Muriel.
All right, Bardic Inspiration. You are the chosen one.
Ooh.
All right, Raga Draga.
You will bring balance to the force.
All right, so Raga Draga is going to his vehicle is pretty fast, and he's with just letting things go the way they do. He closes the distance here by 100 feet, but he's also going to use his bonus action to dash. So he's going to move another 100 feet closer than that. Now he can dash a total number of 7 times. So that is use 1 of the dash. So now he's a lot closer. And his buddies still don't have the weapon.
Does Mario's ready? Oh, you haven't gone yet. Never mind. Never mind. That's just me thinking what we were talking about earlier.
Right. We got the Raven and Owl. What do they want to do?
The Raven is just hanging with me right now.
Right. That's what I thought. And then we are at you, Miss Muriel.
Okay, so we're at 220, so I can shoot.
Right.
It's a disadvantage though.
You're going after the driver?
Yeah.
Armor class 16 because of his cover.
Okay.
Nice. Sneak attack does not apply, so 6 points.
Right.
Didn't this guy take a hit already?
I missed.
Marcus missed 2. Okay, right. All right.
Yep.
I thought I maybe forgot to record the damage. I was like, uh-oh. All right. So Muriel took her shot, did a little bit of damage. She's a passenger. Oh, and I even said it, and then we still didn't do it. Muriel, why don't you roll a d20 for our first complication check?
Oh. Okay.
All right,
6.
6?
Yep.
Your vehicle drives into a herd of lemures, which are these lowly devils. Let me find a lemure for you, because I'm pretty sure there's a handout. Here we go. Lemures. Charming fellows. There's a pack of them, all moving and wailing and generally being pathetic and disgusting. But you did run your vehicle into a herd of them. So let me come back here.
Can she use Bardic Inspiration?
The vehicle...
No, it doesn't matter. It's just
Yeah.
Right.
Just adds a
So
D.
the vehicle, in which case this is Kyle, must make a DC 15 strength or dexterity check to plow through the herd unimpeded. And so, Kyle, that's you. A DC 15 strength or dexterity check. Your choice.
Well, or can I use my reaction to? I'm going to use it's a dex saving throw, so I'm going to use my reaction to juke with the motorcycle, which gives me advantage.
Advantage on this
Dex saving throw.
Sure, yeah.
Who's that guy?
Oh, you know what? So, okay, this is not you making this saving throw. Okay, and again, this is part of the clunkiness. It calls specifically for the vehicle to make it.
Yeah, that is. Well, I'm driving the vehicle.
But you use vehicle's strength or dexterity.
Okay. I'm still driving the vehicle. I can still juke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You can juke. But
actually, the vehicle has a better dex than me. So we can go with my roll if you want. It has an 18 to my 17.
Yeah, so you don't have to roll it again. We'll just keep the advantage of the first roll. But just because I'm figuring this out as we go along too, that it's when it calls for the vehicle to make a check, the vehicle can actually make its own checks. You get to decide which check the vehicle makes, but the vehicle's making the check. Your roll was good enough to get you through any situation unscathed. Let me see what it says here. So you plowed through the herd unimpeded. On a failed check, the herd would have counted as difficult terrain and slowed you down a little bit. But other than that, either way, you're plowing through this herd. So that was that complication, and it was immediately resolved. And we can go on next to this fellow, who's again kind of along for the ride, not really in range yet. These guys aren't spellcasters. They don't have bows and arrows and crossbows and things, so they are focusing on getting as close to as they can to you, and maybe use their vehicle to damage your vehicle. All right, Kyle, what do you got?
Okay, before I yell, keep going or slow down. I think we should keep going, personally.
Sure.
Okay. All right, driver.
Dagon?
I'm shooting at the driver.
Oh, not Dagon. I got you. Rocket Draga, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not affected by cover.
So you hit him.
And yep.
Is that a magic weapon?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Because he's immune to bludgeon, piercing, slashing from non-silvered weapons. Or non-magic weapons.
Piercing or no? That's a pierce attack.
Right. It's magic.
Yeah, I don't know. Is he immune to non-magical piercing too?
Yeah. Bludgeoning, piercing, slashing. Right.
All right. I'm not going to bonus action. No bonus action, so that's it.
All right, Salim.
So we're still 200 feet away. I can't cast anything, so I just guess I'm gonna have to hold my turn until they're close enough.
Do you want to hold your action? What do you want to
Yeah.
ready?
Basically the same thing as last time. I can't do anything.
All right, Marcus.
Okay, I'm just gonna take another disadvantage crossbow shot at the driver.
Oh, okay. Dagon, you get 100 feet. Oh, Kyle, I didn't mark your movement, did I? So now you're 320 out. Or 340, because you moved another 120, right?
Would it take an action to slow it down to 100 to be traveling at the same speed as him?
I mean, no.
I want to travel at the same speed as the other vehicle.
Okay. So you want to just stay matched with him?
I think that's what we would have been doing all along in a normal ride.
Okay. All right. So I'll put you at 300, and as soon as he gets his 100 feet of movement next, he'll be right with you. Unless Dagon wants to bring the vehicle to a stop.
No, I think. So it moves 60 feet, 30 feet.
100.
Oh, it moves 100.
Right.
But they're gaining on us fast.
Yeah, that moves 200 feet.
Yeah. He can only take the dash action 7 times, but he's only used it once, so he's still got 200 feet of movement on his turn every turn.
So yeah, I'll just keep pace and just move 100 feet and see if it comes within 100 feet of us. So yeah, maintain course.
Alright, so that takes you there, and then we go to Fancy. He's probably not got much except inspiring. He could be, playing that flamethrower guitar on the side of the thing, and I know I would find that inspiring.
Oh yeah. He tells Kyle millions of generations will hear your story. Gives them bardic inspiration.
Alright.
And then he tells Dagon to turn around.
So Ragadraga is going to take the dash action, which is he's gaining on you. Now he's only 100 feet back. Muriel.
Alright. I can shoot him. Ooh. There's no sneak attack though, so it's just 7.
7 points on the driver, and it's magic damage, so he takes it all.
Oh, and I rolled 1s. That sucks.
So you've got this small, tiny little window where the driver is just looking out of, and you guys are threading arrow shots into that thing, into this guy. So, some nice work there. Now we got a werebore here, and oh, you know what? These guys are in harpoon range now, aren't they? Yeah, they are. So the harpoon flingers. There's 2 of them.
Oh, wait. Now that we're close enough, can I cast my spell?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So I was just rereading this spell, and I didn't realize there's this interesting thing where basically it's a spear of darkness, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're 100 feet away, I should be able to kind of drop it on them. It's a 20-foot radius spear, so I don't know if I'll get the whole thing, but if I can at least blind the driver is what I'm hoping.
So it won't travel with them.
Oh, well, not. Hold on. Point within range. Okay, I guess it won't.
You could put it in their path so that they would drive through it, but avoid. I mean, I could definitely count that as a vehicle complication, certainly.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go with that. I thought it would travel with them, but I'm fine with dropping it in front if they're gonna get close to us.
Right. All right. Let's put him on. He's gonna do either a strength or a dex saving throw. He's going with strength. Well, it's not even a saving throw. It's just a strength check. He got a 12. All right. So he didn't navigate the hazard. Let's see what happened to him. Ooh, a 1. That's ominous. I wonder what that is. Okay. Nice. All right. So on a chase complication 1, So he ended up, we'll say he swerved to real hard turn to get around this. And he actually disturbed one of the creatures native to Avernus, and it begins chasing him. It says the DM chooses the creature, so I feel a lot of pressure all of a sudden to... let's see, a creature native to Avernus. What would be a creature native... Oh, okay, I know.
Do they have a random... I was going to say, do they have a random encounter table in the book?
Let's say he disturbed a hell wasp that was flying by. So now the hell wasp is giving him chase. I'll add the hell wasp to the initiative order. Hell wasp goes on 9. All right. So the hell wasp is pissed at the demon grinder and going to try to attack. And he is as close as the token is to him, so it's only like 10 feet for him. How fast is a hell wasp? 60 feet. So he can't keep up, but he will maybe get an attack before they pull out of his range. All right, so then we're back to Kyle driving the Devil's Ride.
He's in 100 feet of me.
He is.
I'm going to use my bonus action as I drop the regular crossbow, draw one hand crossbow, bonus action my bound weapon to my extra hand, so I have 2 hand crossbows in my hand now, and I'm turning around and firing.
All right. You move 100 feet away.
After I fire.
Right.
First shot. And I'm changing targets to the guy that's firing the javelins.
Okay, I think those are the 2 were-rats in the back.
First shot.
Ooh. Okay, what, left or right?
Right.
And is that
19 damage.
damage, right. Magical damage.
Yep.
All right.
And now bonus.
Blast.
Now the bonus action, same guy. Misses.
All right.
I sit back down and go back to ride.
All right, Salim.
Okay. My turn already. Okay, they avoided the spear, so I'm gonna dispel that. I'm not gonna even bother to concentrate on it.
Right.
I'm gonna, because they're still in 100 feet, so I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on... Is this guy in front of the driver, like...
He is.
Can I tell who... Yeah, so I'm gonna aim for the driver. I want to take him out as soon as possible.
So he's under a lot of cover. You can barely see him. There's a small window you can see pretty much his face that people have been hitting him through. All right, and you continue the streak. Chill Touch for 8 necrotic damage. All right, and now our wereboar friend. Let's see what other battle stations are on here. There's the Chomper, the Wrecking Ball, the Harpoon Flingers. The rats are manning the Harpoon Flingers. So this guy's got no ranged. Melee. So, not much he can do but be along for the ride. And we go to Marcus.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the harpoon at the driver.
Harpoon at the driver, okay.
Harpoon. So, +7 to hit, so we'll just go with this.
18, there's a hit.
And do you want me to roll the 2d8 +2, or...
Unless you want to take the 14, you can
Yeah,
elect
just-
to take the 14. I don't know if you can even see the roll I just made. You probably can't, right?
Nope.
Right.
Yeah, I'll just take that.
Okay. I'm still struggling with dark mode a little bit. It's hard for me to see when they're GM notes and when they're public notes. All right, so 14 piercing damage for a harpoon shot at the driver, right?
Yep.
Nice harpoon shot. All right, Dagon. Your vehicle is going to be 100 feet more further away from this, unless you want to take some other course.
Well, I could take an action, and it'll still maintain.
Yes.
It'll still move, right?
Right.
I just can't dash.
Right.
So they move 100 feet, and I am going to cast Fireball
Ooh.
on the machine.
All right. Fireball.
Which at 20 feet. This should get everybody.
Yeah, it'll get the vehicle and everybody else set.
Yeah. It's at 3rd level.
Alright, here's the vehicle save. Ooh, vehicle made it save. No, didn't. DC 20.
No.
Ooh. Okay, the vehicle, however, is immune to fire.
Well, screw the vehicle then.
Right?
Well, we want the vehicle.
Let's do some
Oh,
saving.
can we steal it if we kill everybody?
Why not?
Jeez.
Fails there, so 14 damage. No, 28 damage to both.
Yeah.
The guy on the left is toast. This guy is not at all well, but alive. Werebores. Both failed. Both take 28 damage. Alright, and finally Ragadraga.
Ragadraga is the driver, I'm gathering.
He is. And,
Is that this one?
Right.
Yeah.
What shape's he in? He's gotta be. Wow.
So 14 for Ragadraga. Alright, Fireball dropped. The Hellwasp is out of range of that. Alright. Okay, is that it for Dagon?
I can't put us.
You can't what?
Shield of Faith on our vehicle, can I?
Shield of Faith is probably an action to cast it, right?
It is. I don't know why I'm asking. No, it's a bonus action.
Oh, okay, you still have a bonus action.
Can he AC the vehicle?
AC the vehicle?
Shield of Faith.
Oh!
Yeah. The Shield of Faith raised it by 2. AC by 2.
Does Shield of Faith say it affect a creature?
Yeah,
Vehicles aren't creatures.
Surrounds a creature of your choice within range. Okay, and that's it.
Fancy.
Alright, I'm gonna do this now. Well, actually, I have to ask. If I do Mantle of Inspiration, do the drivers get the bonus move?
No, because I think the drivers aren't doing the moving, it's the vehicle.
Okay.
Dan?
Yeah.
Lulu?
Oh, she's not in there? I never
She hasn't
even
gone yet.
her initiative. Yeah, let's put her on the initiative board. I mean, she's not doing much but staying with you guys. She doesn't have anything super ranged like that.
Fancy gives Dagon Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
And he holds on for dear life.
Alright, this were-rat is dead. Raga Draga. He's moving the demon grinder up 200 feet. So the distance is now going to be 0. He's right on top of you now. That was the driver. Helm. Yeah, he can't. The chomper requires 1 crew. Wrecking ball. Harpoon flingers, alright. So one of these guys is on the chomper and one of these guys is on the wrecking ball, or the werebores, alright. This were-rat, he's okay. He leapt from his vehicle over onto right next to you, Fancy, but he failed his check, and he actually tumbles into the dirt and is left behind in the dust. And eventually, it looks like that hell wasp is now targeting him.
Does the Fancy get an opportunity attack as he falls away?
We're gonna say no on that.
That one looked awesome.
Right.
Fancy is not used to this kind of action.
This hell wasp is going to attack our poor friend who failed to make his leap. 25 hits for 11 points of damage, so he skewers this poor were-rat with its sword-like talons. So that was interesting. He did. I think we can take the wasp out of initiative order now because he's just going to stay and eat his meal, or maybe take it back to the hive for the others. But in the meantime, we go to Muriel. Now, let me move this since everybody's nice and close now. I'll go ahead and put everybody nice and close.
Okay, do we skip my raven?
Oh yeah, I kind of been blowing past them because I wasn't sure that there was too much help that they could do at the distance. But you're right, they're close now, so I shouldn't have been so eager to skip them, right?
So which guy's the driver? Well,
this
doesn't
guy.
really matter. Okay, so Raven will go give the help action there,
All right,
so that I can get advantage.
all right. Nice, 18 points of damage. Lulu is just, she's on this vehicle. She's hanging out with Fancy. This werebore here is operating the chomper. And that chomper is going to, let's see, is he going after the bike or the dune buggy? Let's say 1-2 bike, 3-4 dune buggy. Going after the buggy. Here comes the chomper. Let me make sure you guys can see this roll. Alright. Chomper. 20.
This is the Doom Buggy. It has a 21.
21 armor class.
Bike has a 23.
Nice. Nice. So, just missed. This thing came down and, like the name says, it tried to chomp on your vehicle and would have done some nasty damage to your vehicle, but he missed. And that is that werebore, and we go back to Kyle.
Driver is within 30 feet, right?
Yeah, he's right up on you now. Alright, let's see what he gets for a save. He gets wisdom saving throw. Not good. Alright, so fall prone, become incapacitated. Alright, prone and incapacitated. Alright, prone and incapacitated. A creature with an intelligence score of 4 or less isn't affected. Well, that doesn't apply to him. At the end of each of its turns, and each time it takes damage, Ragadraga can make another wisdom save. Okay, target has advantage on the save if it's triggered by damage. Okay.
And I yell out, kill his helpers. He's charmed.
Salim.
So he's prone inside the cabin, inside the cockpit.
Yep.
In the machine, so he can't drive.
That's correct. We're going to keep going straight forward now at 100 feet around, and he can't make any deviations.
Okay. So I guess we're GTAing this. So we're are we still in this vehicle, guys?
I think that's the plan.
Alright. I will then. Well, since we're so close now, I'm gonna hit him with the mind sliver, and I'll do this guy on the side.
Left or right?
On the right.
Right, got it. Intelligence save for Werebore.
Please be stupid.
He had a good roll. 20.
Ah, damn. Okay, maybe they're smart.
Change it so you
Also,
can see
werebore?
Yes.
As in, like, werewolf? So this is a human, potentially?
A humanoid, yeah.
A humanoid, okay.
Yep.
That makes more sense.
Alright. This werebore here, now he is not operating the chomper, he's operating the wrecking ball. So let's see. Alright, so again with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Going after the motorcycle this time. Not good. Look at the damage it would have done, but it missed.
That would have hurt.
Marcus.
Okay.
Oh,
So we wanna
god
go
damn
up
it.
to
God damn it, god damn it, god damn it. I keep forgetting to check for complications at the end of everybody's turn. This is like the third time I've remembered that I've forgotten.
Is it every round or every person's turn?
Every person's turn.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Right.
Oh wow.
Right?
That's
I thought it was once a round per vehicle.
No, at the end of everybody's turn, you roll a d20 for a chase complication.
Okay.
There's like a 50% chance. When you look at the chase complication table, 11 through 20 is no complication. So you're 50% off the bat not to have anything, but then there's a 50% chance that you will.
Okay.
Are you going to do that, or are you moving on?
Oh no, we're moving on. We're going to do it at the end of your turn now.
All right. So on this guy over here,
Right.
I'll sacred flame him.
Okay. Dexterity saving throw for the werebore. 11 failed, 7 radiant damage. All right.
And then the check.
And then what?
And then the check.
Oh yeah, the d20, right?
Me do that or you?
Oh, you can do it.
Okay.
Give you the satisfaction. All right, 8. Let's see what an 8 is. 8. Uneven ground threatens to slow your vehicle's progress. The vehicle must make a DC 10 dex check to navigate the area. So I'm going to open up the vehicle and do a DC 10 dex check. 15. Successfully navigated the hazard. Yeah, so you're good. No,
right.
no negative outcome from the complication. All right.
Good.
Then we go to Dagon.
So we're going to maintain and keep close distance to them.
At this point, that sounds like the plan. You guys sound like you're pulling away, so...
Yeah, and their driver's incapacitated, so they're just gonna stay like it's like we get this vehicle at a steady course, and we're just gonna pick it apart.
Yeah. Alright, so the one in front of me, I'm gonna...
The one manning the wrecking ball.
Yeah. Hit him with acid splash. That's fit.
Acid splash, okay.
That's dexterity. Oh wait, no. Yeah, just 7.
Does he get any kind of... oh, no, he failed his save? No. Isn't it
Oh, succeed on a dexterity.
dexterity?
Yeah, dexterity 14.
Okay, looks like he made it.
That
Alright.
was a waste.
Alright, and with that, the vehicles are all still moving at 100 feet per round, but you're maintaining relative distance between all the vehicles. So, Fancy, what do you got?
I mean, it seems like things are really under control right now.
It doesn't seem too bad. These guys
Dagon, roll a
talk about
D20.
wanting to run away from you. Oh, right, Dagon, D20. Thank you so much.
Oh. Is this for the complication?
Yep. 4.
4.
A swirling cloud of dust envelops the vehicle. Any creature on or inside the vehicle that doesn't have total cover, which I don't think is any of you, is blinded by the dust until the start of your next turn.
Would I be... am I inside the...
Well, that was handy since my turn started.
So the Tormentor, the helm grants 3/4 cover.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, everyone.
So everybody is blinded until what did we say? Until the start of your next turn.
Of my next turn, yeah.
No, I
So
don't
that's
get
everybody.
blind. I don't get blind.
Oh, start of its next turn.
So everyone at the beginning of their turn can see.
Right.
No.
So Fancy, you can see.
So
Fancy, you barely got any in your eyes, so you just rubbed it out real quick, and you're okay. You're seeing everybody else is rubbing their eyes, though. And now it's clear
don't
why
get
the other
blinded by
guys
me.
are wearing goggles.
We'll take them for them.
Right?
Okay, so I guess I'll just viciously mock this guy right.
The werebore. Right?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom.
Actually, no. I'll do hideous left.
On this guy.
Yeah, on that yellow guy.
Wisdom save. Failed it.
Is that the one he has to run?
Nah, this is hideous laughter. Isn't it the same thing you
Hold
hit
on one.
with?
Yeah, hold on one. Yeah, but it's another guy getting hit with it.
Right. So he is prone and incapacitated.
Oh, okay. I see what. No, I'm sorry. I was thinking of a different spell.
All right, and that we go to Ragadraga, who he gets to save against this at the end of his turn, right?
I thought it's only if he took damage or something. Let me.
No, I think he gets it at the end of the turn and if he takes damage. At the end of each of its turn and each time it takes damage. So the target
Okay.
can make another wisdom save. All right, so Ragadraga, the vehicle is cruising on in its direction and course because that's what it does when the driver takes no actions. But let's see if he is shaking off this hideous laughter. Did he do it? Did he do it?
16 on mine.
Oh, hey, so Raga Draga is no longer affected.
Mine is 16 too.
Okay.
Spell drops off, and my concentration would drop off, right?
Right. And that was the end of his turn. So that's it for him. And we will go to this were-rat who is being eaten alive by a giant wasp. And the raven.
Okay, Raven will continue to bother Raga Draga.
Okay. Owl.
Is gonna go join the Raven.
Muriel.
Okay, then I will shoot him.
Ooh, nice. 13 damage.
I'm rolling crappy damage rolls.
Alright, Lulu is again kind of along for a ride on this one. This boy here is operating the chomper. Going after the bike. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Miss, miss, miss. I keep forgetting to do the damn complications. Kyle.
All right, I try to remember.
I know.
All right, I'm going.
It's just not
I'm
part
go-
of the natural D&D combat thing. So.
Yeah, I'm going after the driver.
All right.
$11 hits him, right?
Oh, right, because you ignore cover. So sure does. 15 damage.
Yep, and now one more roll at him.
All right, 7 more.
Keep forgetting to reset that goddamn sharpshooter.
Let's see that complication check. $13, no complication. Celine.
Okay. Can I tell that this guy's like really low, or do I have no idea?
You can't really get a good view of him, but you can see several arrows sticking out of the driver's window that are moving as these birds are also distracting him, and he doesn't look well.
Yeah, because I want to know, am I gonna focus on this guy or am I gonna focus on this guy? And
Right.
if he looks almost dead, and my goal was,
Right.
Kill
Does
the
she see
driver.
blood on the bird's wings?
yeah. All right, well he's getting pecked to death. I think I'll hit him with. This is a whisper. I'm gonna hit him with a mind sliver, hoping that'll
Okay.
put him out of his misery.
Draga Draga making the intelligence save. Made it.
Oh my god! Wow.
Right.
Is that a cantrip?
Yeah, it's a cantrip, unfortunately.
This wereboar here did not take any damage. Since
Celine, make it 20.
Oh yeah, thank you. Complication.
Alright, here we go. D20. Oh no.
Okay. Let's see. Now I got to pick another creature native to Avernus. Oh, I know. You drive past a flock of abyssal chickens,
Chickens.
and the chickens chase after you.
This place is hell.
God, this is like a Legend of Zelda thing.
You've never heard of the abyssal chicken?
Nope, I have not.
All right. So let's see. Which vehicle is Salim on this one? All right. So we'll put a couple of abyssal chickens down here who are now chasing after you, but they're not that fast. Let's see what one of these things is. They have a fly speed of 30 feet, and it's a bad flyer. It doesn't, not a graceful animal. I got a handout though.
Yeah, I just linked it in the chat.
Abyssal chicken.
That's kind of funny to see that thing chasing you.
Right. I had to pick a creature native to Avernus, and that's the first thing that came to mind. So it is DM's choice. So I have a wide latitude on that one. Do I want to put these guys in the initiative order? That's the question. Nah, because they can't keep up with you. Unless you drive back to specifically kill them all, I don't think they'll have to. You'll have to worry about that. But let's get this wereboar to see if he can shake off that hideous laughter. Right? Wisdom save. End of his turn. I don't think that's enough. No.
I think Fancy's 16 like me.
I think he said that. Yep. All right, Marcus.
All right. On the driver, I guess, the Sacred Flame.
Dexterity.
Ooh, okay. And we'll do that.
Thank you so much. The vehicle drives off a 10-foot-high ledge and comes crashing down. Any unsecured creature on the outside of the vehicle must succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, or tumble off.
The only one outside is Mario on mine.
Yeah.
All right.
So
that is good. All right, Dagon.
Wait, which vehicle threw off the cliff?
The Tormentor. But you had nobody who was unsecured, so everybody's okay.
Okay.
I like this. I don't like this, and if I can complain as a DM for a moment. So it says, on a failed check, you fall off and take quote-unquote normal damage from the fall. Well, how much is that? Well, what's normal damage for a fall off of a speeding vehicle? 1d6? Because you only fell, say, like 10 feet? Or I don't like that at all.
Yeah, I guess just standard falling damage, yeah.
Right?
Unless you're a mean DM that puts in a deck roll to avoid the tire.
Right? All right, Dagon.
Or do we have to get out and turn this over, or did it land the right side up?
Oh, it didn't flip or anything, right?
Okay.
Right.
So we're just continuing on, and
Yes, and or if you want to take the dash action to put more distance between you and this vehicle, you can do that.
okay. Looks like the driver's kind of preoccupied, right?
Yeah, he's not doing well.
House. Let's see, I am going to. Oh, I'm going to cast Minor Illusion on this other attacker. And create a. What was that big wasp? Blood wasp?
A hell wasp.
Hell wasp?
Yeah.
Just flying around him.
Oh, and
Trying
that
to
thing is,
distract
I mean, at this point, that hell wasp is like 400 feet, 500 feet back.
Yeah, he's making a minor illusion of it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Just distracted.
Gotcha. All right. Anything else for Dagon?
No, that's it.
All right. Minor illusion. So does he get any kind of save against that, or he has to use an action to disbelieve it?
An action to disbelieve it.
Right. Fancy, what do you got? Oh, and Dagon, let's roll that d20.
Oh. Sure.
13, no complication. Fancy, busting out the mantle of majesty?
That is correct. Once per long rest. Here, I'll put it up. Well, sorry.
I'm reading it. Yep. I don't know if I would waste that right now because I think this fight is quickly coming to an end here. Fairly quickly.
Yeah, I'm never going to use it. I was just going to use it on the driver to make him stop.
Right.
That's all I was going to do.
All right. Let's see. So, as a bonus action, you cast Command without expending a spell slot. So we need the spell Command, so we know what. Here's Command. Spells Command. Okay, so it says Command must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw.
Nice. I fancy commands him to stop the car.
All right. And
Get out and lay out on the ground.
Ragadraga immediately slams on the brakes, and the demon grinder begins to slow down. Put a little more distance there. Now the birds want to stay with the vehicle. Not so much? Okay. Alright, so Ragadraga used his action to stop the vehicle. And then we go to the Raven who's stayed with the vehicle as it stopped.
How far away is it, though?
Until it gets to Kyle's or Dagon's turn, technically you guys won't be 100 feet away until Kyle and Dagon, they have their turns, and if they decide to stop, then they'll be right there with them.
Okay, well, my Raven can only fly like 50 feet, so I think I'm going to bring it back.
Okay, right. Mr. Owl, he's going to stay back here too?
Yep.
All right. Muriel. Now, at this point, you can see a little bit of separation, but they're still effectively right on top of you.
I am going to stop, personally.
Okay.
Okay, I'll shoot the driver.
All right. Hit. Does sneak attack apply?
No.
That pained you to answer that.
Yeah.
Fancy
No.
Blame you. That's great damage.
feels no guilt about it.
So this guy's operating the chomper. And again, your vehicles are still relatively close. So I'll keep them like that. Let's see. He's going to go after the motorcycle who's stopping too.
When the motorcycle stops, it's stopping 20 feet away.
Right. But
As I will say-
it's weird how it all...
Yeah, but I just want to explain that ahead of time.
Right, right. 22 hits.
No, 23 armor class on the bike.
23, nice. Wow. That's a nice AC.
I love it.
Alright, so that was him on the chomper. We are at Kyle.
I am going to be stopping 20 feet away.
Alright.
I don't know if that's going to matter right this second. Now I'm going to turn around and fire at him. Actually, that's my action, isn't it?
To stop the vehicle?
Yes.
Let me double check. Where is it? Where it says helm. Helm. I got it right here. I just got to switch between my open windows here. Rules. Helm. Driver can use an action to propel the vehicle up to its speed or bring the vehicle to a dead stop. So it is an action.
Alright. That is going to be my action.
Let's roll that complication. As you come to a stop. No complication. Celine.
Do a perfect slide maneuver.
Okay.
Tokyo Drift.
Oh, that would be fun. Especially, oh no, it would be Akira. That's the really infamous anime with the motorcycle drift.
Yes.
So yeah, Mind Sliver isn't working. I'm gonna do Chill Touch on the driver because I just want to get this over with at this point. I just want the car. I just want a nice, spacious ride. Ooh. Thank you.
More. This werebore here is gonna make his.
So you roll a 20.
I don't know if each
That one hasn't.
You know what it says? Each participant in the chase rolls a d20. So the bad guy's got to roll it too. You're right.
No, I said Salim, but okay.
Oh, right.
She rolled perfect.
A 9? No, 17. Okay. All right. And then I guess this werebore. I'll get these. Hey, anybody want to start this fight over? All right, no complication for him. All right. And he also doesn't wake up out of his Tasha's hideous laughter. He still hasn't taken damage, so there's that. And we go to Marcus.
I guess we'll just go with another Sacred Flame on the one up here.
All right. Dexterity 15. 6 radiant damage.
And a 19 on the d20.
No complication. Okay. Dagon. Now the question for Dagon is, are you bringing the vehicle to a dead stop and therefore keeping your relative positions, or are you going to pull 100 feet ahead of everybody else?
It takes an action to bring it to a stop, right?
It does, right.
Yeah, no, I'll bring it to a stop.
Okay. And then let's get that complication as you come grinding to a halt. Let's see what complication arises, if any. Your vehicle drives back into another herd of creatures, this time manes. Let me see if I can get a handout for you here. Monster. Oh, I don't know. I can't find this one. But suffice to say, you have to. We need the vehicle, and Dagon decides whether it is a strength or dexterity check to plow through the herd unimpeded.
Dexterity check.
Looks like you're +3 in strength and +2 in dex, so strength would be your better bet.
And does he get to add his? Oh no, that's just not a vehicle check.
It is
His proficiency. He gets his proficiency bonus because
he's got land vehicles, right? So +3 onto this. We rolled a 17, so you got a 20. Plowed right through those mains without any problem as you screech to a stop. You plow through them and the rest of them scatter. Any bonus action or anything, Dagon?
Bonus. No. Yeah, no bonus action.
Alright. Fancy.
I'm looking at these mains and they're ugly as hell.
Right.
And can a brief thing on what the mains are again?
So the mains were the herd that you just drove through.
Okay, and they are creatures?
Yeah, here, I got one for you. Here it is.
Just look underneath the wheels of the dune buggy.
Okay, can I do a 30-foot? Does that go up there? Yeah. Just do hypnotic battery. I think I can cover all those guys.
I wouldn't waste the 3rd level spot, Fancy.
Okay, fine.
Yep. If you got something to shoot, that might be the better bet.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just viciously mock him then.
Okay.
Anyone you. DM's choice.
Yeah, why not that one? Vicious Mockery. What's that? A wisdom saving throw? You failed. Six points of psychic damage. Okay. Ragadraga is next, and he just coughs up a bit of blood, and that is his dying word. Mr. Raven.
Right, since we're stopped, Raven will go harass that guy.
All right. Mr. Owl.
Guy's having a bad day.
Bad day. Muriel.
We'll shoot him.
Real bad day. -17. My cat is snoring.
The cat's not having a bad day.
Yeah, let's see if I can get the mic up next to her. Hold on. She stopped. Bastard. All right, where were we? Muriel took a shot, ruined somebody's day. We go to Lulu, who's hanging tight. This wereboar here, he starts shooing away these birds that are pecking him, and he jumps over and kicks Ragadraga out of the driver's seat, and he uses his action to start the vehicle. And that is his turn. Kaya.
And as he's going for that vehicle, that was that advantage, so I get to roll it again.
Okay.
So it would have hit.
Right. So 17 damage.
Yep.
Sharpshooter.
And if he's still alive,
He be.
oh, that doesn't look good.
Nope.
And for my movement, jump on the vehicle.
Okay. Celine.
Okay. I guess I'll go for the weaker of the two, and since my chill touch did so well, I'll go with the guy.
Sure. 15
Kyle
hits for 4 damage. And the new driver was not long for the position. This wereboar here is just trying to wake up. He thinks this is all hysterical. But he finally came to his senses again at the end of his turn, so he can't do anything now other than realize his impending doom. Marcus.
I'm Sacred Flame that guy. I mean, I'm not going to waste spell slots on this at this point.
Right. Okay. Sacred Flame, Dexterity, 15. 18. All right. Drag it out a little bit longer. Dagon. Oh, and the machine is running. guess it was already running. He could have used his action to drive it away. Fuck. Oh well, I've screwed that up.
He could have been paralyzed in fear.
Right.
So you're trying to think he would have been gone before I get ran over?
It could have been. It could have been. But it's, spilt milk. Roll with it. What you got, Dagon? Acid splash?
Yeah.
Now, he's prone. I think that
Yes,
has... So that... Oh, well, it's a saving throw anyway, so let's just do that. Saving throw, dexterity. Or 5 acid damage. And he is just throwing his hands up in surrender at this point.
Does he speak common?
He does.
What does Evil Fancy say?
Yeah, evil
Well,
fancy.
can't we get some kind of... Can we not interrogate him a little bit, please? Show me your papers.
Papers, please.
Sorry. Other than that, someone else can just kill him.
All
I
right.
mean, I don't know if he can give us any information. Maybe ask him when the last oil change was.
All right. Raven and Owl just gonna give advantage on that last guy.
Yep.
Yep.
All right, Muriel. He is surrendering.
That's nice.
Am I evil? Yes, I am. 17, huh?
Yep.
Now he's prone, so I think you're at disadvantage, but it didn't matter.
Oh, but I have advantage from the bird, so it's just a normal roll.
Right, 21 hit. So sneak attack doesn't apply because you didn't have advantage. It's only 11. All right. Kael on the enemy demon grinder. This thing is pretty gross, by the way. If I remember, an infernal war machine is gore spattered. So
Yeah, I'm gonna hop in and use my action to stop it before it takes off.
okay. All right. Then we go to Celine.
And we got one last guy, so again, I'm not going to even waste an actual spell slot. I'm going to hit him with the chill touch. And I assume 12 does.
is enough.
Oh my god, it is?
It is 7
Wow.
necrotic.
His armor's worse than mine. Rare sight to see.
Right. All right. At this point, he is going to hop down out of the vehicle and run away as fast as he can. Let me see how fast that is.
Half his movement. Unless he's crawling away.
Well, he uses half his movement to stand. You know what?
I know what I would do if I was him.
I'm trying to decide. So,
He knows he can't surrender, he can't run away. I fired the damn weapon.
you think he wants to use the wrecking ball?
Well, if you think about it, if you can't surrender and you really can't run away,
I was looking for a second about shape changing into a boar just because it's a little bit faster to run away, but I think that would be the difference between, well, not much of a difference. We'll leave it at that. But yeah, I like where you're going with this. He's sitting at the wrecking ball station,
Not to give more damage to us, but
Right. What's the reach of this thing? 15 feet. Fancy, I think you got a little too close.
Oh no.
I'll give you a dexterity saving throw to jump out of the way for half damage.
Mighty player.
holy crap!
Look at that. Nice. Nice. You know what? Just make it 20 damage. That's all.
Okay.
That's enough.
I'll take the.
All right. Marcus.
Alright, just another Sacred Flame. Nice.
Get this prone off of this fella. All right. Dagon.
I guess Acid Splash again. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's I'm making saves as the demon grinder, not the boar. But the roll was 6 anyway, so he failed. So 8 acid damage, and that is how many hit points he has left. So the acid. Now he's still in the vehicle, even though he's kind of pictured on the side. He's more like right there. But you have killed the last of the Gorguts gang. And now you find yourselves the happy owners of a new vehicle.
Does anyone have a cantrip to clean this thing out?
A prestidigitation.
Yeah, does anyone have that one? What he said?
I do not.
So
We're in hell, please we're clean.
Let me look. Do I have for? No, I don't. Oh, I have
Yeah, I don't have-
prestidigitation.
Alright. Dan, we're gonna clean it up.
nice. Okay.
But me personally, I'm staying on my motorcycle.
How many people will the other one carry? The new one.
Let me give you the stats on that one.
If I remember
Yeah,
right.
take this thing out tonight.
There you go. You should be able to see that. Demon grinder can fit 8. It's got a big capacity. Now,
And this was the
you
one.
guys have got 3 soul coins, right?
Yeah.
All right, because you're going to need them to power your vehicles. So, we'll say the Devil's Ride and Tormentor that you got already had a day's worth of charge in them. So you won't have to worry about feeding them more soul coins until you take a long rest. But this new vehicle you've just taken over, I believe, let me see, because it says it right here.
It was already running for the day, right? So it should
Right.
still be running.
Where does it say it? I know it's here. Okay, so if the characters defeat the Gorguts gang, they can take possession of the Demon Grinder, which burns through its remaining fuel in 6 hours.
Oh,
Ragadraga carries 3 more soul coins on him. He also had this.
Ooh.
Plastic.
Now, I'm going to say 4. There was a 5th guy, but remember, he fell off and was attacked by the wasp, so he's like way back there. So if you're looking for goggles to help protect yourself from, some of the dust storms and things that can come up, you've got 4 pairs of goggles too.
So do the other two have anything of value?
No, nothing of value. Ragged Ragga was the one with the purse. Yeah.
So we get 3 more 4 coin from him.
Yeah, the other guys just had like short swords and hand crossbows and stuff like that.
Is anyone interested in that circlet?
I'm interested, but if you want it, you can have it out of the shield.
No, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, I was about to say, do you have a magic item?
Me?
Muriel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a ring of protection.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I was about to say, because, like, I thought you didn't, so I was like, yeah, like,
Oh, yeah.
it's your turn. That'd be cool, as a rogue, to have basically a little fireball.
Yeah.
Was no attunement with that? That's impressive.
Right?
No, it doesn't say
Doesn't say, yeah.
attune it.
And there's no limit on how many times you could use it.
Oh.
No, it won't say.
Oops, I didn't mean to click at that one. Trying to display the item.
What, the circlet of blasting?
There it is.
There we go. It's a wondrous item.
Yeah, it doesn't say attunement. Wow.
Right?
No?
Very nice.
Right? Free magic item. Doesn't even go against your attuned stuff. Gotta love it.
And what about the goggles? Because there's 4.
4 pairs of goggles, right. So some people will have, and other people's won't for right now. I'm going to refill my drink
Sure.
if you guys want to talk about that while I'm gone.
I just got the circlet, so I will let other people take the goggles.
So the
it's like
3 drivers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
would give the drivers. That makes sense.
Oh, who wants to drive the big machine?
A little old lady was mean to me though. Over $5.
That's a good question. I don't think any of us have
She
any.
was.
The rest of us have any vehicle proficiency, do we?
So I couldn't go to the secret
Nope.
discount,
Not me.
which was
Well,
the
I was just reading something. The big machine also has a ton of storage, and this vehicle weighs a half a ton. Should I put the motorcycle in the back of it for now to save on soul coins?
Sure.
Yeah.
Wow, man. That's like being a super comic book here.
He's doing the Mad Max fighting between
I want to be able to do the Batman moment where I ride it out the back of us when we're fighting.
That'd be
Is it
cool.
more fun
Yeah.
than fighting in airships?
Yes.
That's good.
So if
That's good.
so, we'll say Dagon, Kyle get goggles if we're gonna put the motorcycle on the back of this thing. So who else wants goggles?
My son ever reproduces.
Fancy doesn't need it.
I guess that leaves me and Marcus then for the goggles.
Yeah, I grabbed a pair.
Cool. Okay, then I'll grab the last pair.
Just remember, you can never let Fancy get hit, though.
And whoever's wearing the goggles that's not driving should probably operate the equipment. Hey, Dan.
Right.
This big grinder can hold 8 people in a ton.
Yes.
So that means that it has a lot of space back there. Can I put the motorcycle in the 1-ton storage area?
So the motorcycle only weighs 500 pounds. Says it's a large vehicle. 500 pounds. My instinct would be... Sure, yeah, why not?
So I'll put the motorcycle in the cargo area,
Oh,
and
wait,
I'll
wait
drop.
a second. What's this? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at the Devil's Ride. I gotta look at the Demon Grinder. Let me look at this. prone, different crushing wheels, additional stats, cargo capacity 1 ton. Yeah. What's the other ones? Cargo capacity on the bike is 100 pounds, and the other one is 500 pounds. So, yeah, sure. You couldn't get the dune buggy up in it, but you can get the bike up.
That way we save on solar energy too.
Yeah, on the coins, right?
Mm,
You can
good.
you can move the bike around without operating it.
Yeah. All right. That's
So you got less than 6 hours in the demon grinder, so you will have to pop a soul coin into it if you want it to stay as operational as long as the other ones.
we'll do it. We'll go 5.5 hours and then put the coin in to charge it for a day.
All right. Okay, I'm just reading something. Just bear with me for a moment, thanks.
Pause. It is fantastic that we have this vehicle.
Right. Okay, we can leave that go for now.
It's like
All right.
fancy. It's like Fancy's first tour bus.
All right, so we're a little bit out of Fort Knucklebone. We'll say over here, and you are coming up to the river Styx, and there is a let's see. I don't know, a pit fiend would be too much. There we go. All right, no, we got this. All right. So as you approach, you see a very large barge, big enough to carry infernal war machines on, acting as a ferry crossing the river, and you can see this fella operating the ferry. If you look in the Roll20 chat, you can see him. And he is standing by the shores of the River Styx, waiting for you to come over, it would seem. He's just standing there in silence watching you.
How wide is the river Styx?
At this point, we'll say it's 100 foot across.
Okay.
Let me guess. It cost us so much.
Correct.
Per vehicle?
No, per barge trip. You can get all the vehicles on one barge trip.
I knew.
Alright. Guess we're burning a soul coin, guys, huh?
Unless you can find another way across that doesn't involve spending coin.
Yeah, it's over 60 feet.
At this point, it's 100 foot across. There might be places further up or down if you want to try. Keep,
That would only get me across, though.
True enough. Good point.
Alright. So we have 6 of them right now. We're going to go down to 5, right?
Sounds right.
We got 3 for Maggie and then 3 for that guy?
Correct.
Alright, I guess we're going to go across. Anyone not want to?
Nope, it works for me.
No objections.
All right. So as you're traversing Avernus, you come up. You see this this small mountain-looking thing in the near distance, and the map that you have of Avernus actually speaks aloud and says of this location that this is Bell's Forge. An ousted archduke sulking in a volcano, eager to reclaim his stolen throne, the map says to you.
And who stole his... Does it tell us who stole his throne?
There's a gargantuan volcano that dominates the horizon. Clouds of fire and ash spew from its caldera, and the air trembles with its angry grumblings. A vast, multi-layered fortress has been hewn into the volcano's rocky slopes. Now, this is, again, not your destination. This is just something that you've come across as you were traveling the Avernian plain.
How much of a completionist you guys want to be?
I'm a little completionist.
Or do we want to pass this up?
You can always come back.
Yeah, maybe on the way back. I feel like we want to really get the sword, if we can.
On the road again?
Yeah, we're coming back this way again.
All right, so you keep moving on. Let me get back on the right layer here. All right, we keep moving on, bypassing the big volcano. All right. Behold, Zariel's. Now, this is the map again talking to you as you get up here. And it says, Behold, Zariel's dog crucified those who betrayed his mistress in battle. And that is what the map says of this area, called Haruman's Hill. Wrought iron trees line a trail that leads to the summit of a steep hill. Anguished knights are impaled on the tree's metal branches, their bodies writhing in torment as bloated sturges feast on their blood.
Does it look like any good armor up there?
Let me scroll down to where it says treasure. It doesn't really say, so, gonna say no to the armor and weapons and stuff.
Okay. Does anyone have a problem with just leaving that, or do we keep going, or not?
Just keep going for now.
Yeah, just keep going, I guess.
Yeah, keep rolling down the river.
We're going, Dan, I think we're going to go straight for the point. Yeah, see, this is just a guy like that. He's just an elf hanging off some spikes. It's no big deal.
He'll be there when we come back this way. Not going anywhere.
Kind of even has kind of like vampire eyes there.
Inscriptions above these poor bastards' heads attest that most of them were mortal knights who abandoned Zariel during her assault into Avernus. Near the summit of the hill is the vampire that you see impaled on one of the largest iron trees. This is an elf warrior. And he, when he sees you, he pleads for you to cut him down so that his soul can move on from this accursed place.
Yeah, what would that do for me if I cut you down? Like, will you owe me one or something?
So, when Lulu sees Jander, this character's name is Jander, when she sees him impaled on the iron tree, it causes a flood of memories of him to return. And Lulu remembers that Jander betrayed Zariel, and Lulu gives him a pitiful look. She then admits that she's made a mistake in leading you here. Lulu thought this was the location of the Bleeding Citadel, and as it turns out, it's not. This is, now that she's here, she knows this isn't the right place. So she apologizes and says she needs to ponder her dreams in more detail to discover the location of the Bleeding Citadel. Jander, for his part, still begs and pleads for you to cut him down so that his soul could move on.
I mean, again, I raised the question of like, what benefit do I get from cutting you down and freeing you?
Jander says,
I just kind of look at Salim sideways a little bit.
He's evil. I'm a neutral evil person. I only do things if they will benefit me.
Right.
Or bring me joy.
He says he's reduced to nothing. He has nothing to offer other than his gratitude.
I don't know how I feel about traitors, and I go over to Lulu and I see if I can help her figure out how to ponder her dreams. I'll let the rest of the party talk to him, though.
Does it look like if I put an arrow through his head, it'd put him out of his misery?
No. Because he's not even a fully realized being on this plane. It's his soul that is tapped to this tree. And while he certainly looks corporeal, he is a little bit more ephemeral in nature, I think. If you don't mind me busting out my thesaurus.
That's all good.
D&D's taught me so many big words.
Just kind of having a looking at my background issue.
Right. So Jander says, if he will tell you his story, and hopefully you will take mercy on him. But he says that he and a fellow by the name of Haruman were both part of a host of warriors who joined the angel Zariel in her assault in the Nine Hells. After charging through the portal into Avernus, Jander panicked and fled back to Elturel. He betrayed his braver comrades by sealing the portal behind them. Jander and his fellow deserters never revealed their shameful retreat and betrayal of Zariel. They made it home safely, and it was a badge of shame that the Hellriders wore in secret. After years of anguish and guilt, Jander chose to face the sun and throw himself on Lathander's mercy. But the prayer fell on deaf ears, and his soul was condemned to the Nine Hells to suffer.
Who put his soul to suffer?
Lathander, the god.
The good god?
Right.
Yeah, I turn around on realizing that. I turn around and walk away.
Oh. I'm laughing at myself because you remember how much I was saying Raga Draga 300 feet, 300 feet. I think he starts 300 feet away. I know I read it was 300 feet. Yeah, I just read it here. It's something on Harrowman's Hill is 300 feet away, not him. So it's like I did remember reading it. I just didn't remember the right thing.
Ding.
Well, we still won anyway, so
right.
That's all that matters. We had fun.
That's right. That's right. All these knights not just Jander. Jander's kind of the big one at the end of this row of trees, but there are countless others.
And they're all punished by the god Lathander.
I don't know that you can assume that. Jander certainly was. But I don't know about all the other ones.
I walk away, and upon hearing he's been punished for breaking an oath, I walk away.
Anybody else want to take pity on this poor bastard? Or any of these other poor souls?
Nancy's not. Nancy
It's-
doesn't care.
How many souls are over there? Are up there, hanging, waiting to die?
So, I'll read the line again. So, Haruman, a human paladin of Helm, was one of Zariel's most devoted Hell Riders. He crucified deserters to Zariel's cause on what he calls Coward's Way, a line of tortured souls leading to this desolate hill. Each soul is pinned to a barbed metal tree. Inscriptions above their heads attest that most of them were mortal knights who abandoned Zariel during her assault into Avernus. Flocks of sturges buzz between the branches, feasting hungrily on the screaming, crucified victims.
No, they all abandoned her. I would say just leave her. Leave them.
So, all right. I'm not really sure how to handle this then. If
I'm going to ritually cast Detect Magic just to make sure we're not leaving anything behind.
Right. Yeah, no, these guys don't have anything of value, right?
So are we messing you up, Dan?
No, not really, because you guys are always free to make whatever decisions you want. It just, it seems that if you don't take pity and free any of them, that nothing happens. So, I'll roll with it.
Well, I guess we can go to the Duke's place now.
The Forge?
Deal with that. Yeah, I mean, I guess if that we have to go back now.
Yeah, might as well
Right.
pick up all the things we left behind.
Do you think we need to do something with Lulu on the hill? Because she recognized one of them.
Yeah, Jander, specifically. She recognized a
yeah.
few of them.
That might be smart. See what she thinks or what she knows.
We want to try to walk her around it or something to see if it jogs her memory. I don't care about the people. We'll still leave them, but I'm just thinking of taking her for a stroll in memory lane or something.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
what happened?
okay, this is really messing with me now. I'm just going to do my best to ad-lib and go with it. So, Lulu again apologizes for leading you to the wrong place. She is admitting that her memory of the Bleeding Citadel is hazier than she initially realized. Having pondered her dreams further, she says that two sites in Avernus seem important to finding the Citadel. A place where demons manifest, and another where demons are destroyed. The place... Let me see. Let me find it here. Where is it? The spawning trees. Okay, the spawning trees are where demons manifest. I'm going to go ahead and mark that location on your map now. And then the demon zapper over here. Let me ping those. So you see the spawning trees down here, and the demon zapper over here. That is the places that seem important to her based on her further diving into her memory. Lulu has no preference which to investigate first, so the decision is up to you. But you also can check out any other feature that you like. You know what? I'm going to show you this one too. I don't know exactly what it is, but let me see, because you went right by it, so I'm going to mark it on your map. Something called the Stygian Dock. Now, I don't know exactly what that is, so I'm going to pop open my PDF of Descent into Avernus and do a search for the Stygian Dock so I can know what the hell it is. D&D Avernus. Here we go. Find Stygian Dock. The Stygian Dock is a river dock where flying fortresses can undergo repairs while siphoning souls from the Styx. Flying fortresses? My goodness. I didn't remember hearing about flying fortresses, did you?
Final.
So, guys, do we have to add to our fleet?
I mean, it's flying though.
Yeah, but so now can we make it so we can airdrop our vehicles?
Driving them. Yeah.
We had a pretty bad use of it when we tried the hot air balloon. I don't know how we'll do.
Yeah, but these are flying vehicles. They're not floating vehicles.
Well, does anyone have proficiency in flying vehicles?
Technicality.
I think that's what got us in trouble last time, was no one could drive the thing that well.
So what I'm hearing is no demon grinder airdrops.
I mean, how can you say no to that though? I mean, that right there should just be an automatic yes.
There we go. A few more details revealed on the map.
So Dan,
Right.
on the way back, I think we want to stop by the docks and see if there's a ship big enough to carry our two vehicles.
A flying ship?
Yes.
Oh no, I think these things are
Water?
the flying fortresses. Let me try to find where the hell in the text it might be.
Come on, can't you picture airdropping a demon grinder onto a scene?
So, I'm reading about the flying fortresses here. It's a 450-foot tall structure, is mobile. Blah blah blah. Yeah, it's other than it's really big. I don't think there's one that you could commandeer though.
Can we try to commandeer? You never know until you try.
Right?
But how many people would it take to actually operate a thing like that? Well, it might have to have a big crew.
Yeah, this is a big weak point in the way that I've seen the plot unfold so far. Just to criticize the source material for a moment, but basically, since we're done at Harriman's Hill now, I can tell you that if you had freed one of these souls, Haruman would have ridden down out of the sky and attacked you.
Yeah.
And there would have been other things that happened, and now those things haven't happened, and it's kind of like, it's fine that they didn't happen. We can just keep going, but you guys missed stuff. I feel bad.
How big is this heralding die?
Sorry, say again, Jackson?
Could we have defeated this Heraldman? We just came down from the sky.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think he would have had any problem with it. I mean, it's let me see. He was he was challenge rating 13. So that would have been fun, but there's like 700 of you. You're fine. But don't let me pressure you into anything. You could go to Bell's Forge. The Stygian Dock is where they repair the flying fortresses. Down here, I don't want to reveal stuff that you haven't gone anywhere near, though.
You guys want to do Belforge since we're here? Belforge.
All right, let's see what's up with that. So we take our vehicles, and I wonder how close we are to getting to the end of the day. It seems like we might be at a point where we could start thinking about taking a long rest. But let's see.
But it's always daytime.
Right. Bell's Forge. So, again, it's a gargantuan volcano. Clouds of fire and ash spewing from its caldera, and the air trembles with its grumblings. A vast, multi-layered fortress has been hewn into the rocky slopes.
Does it have a driveway?
I actually have a map for this. We're going to do what we can, keeping it theater of the mind here, though, because this is a place you might have reason to come more to later. But since you're so close, I can tell you that read the following text to the players when they... Alright. To do bells, I might have to do my homework because I didn't really plan for bells. And I don't want to take and just drop you through it. I need a chance to digest what's going on here.
Are we jumping way out of order?
A little, but I don't mind it being this way. I'll take the challenge because the other way is a little too railroady. So I want you guys to, when you see an interesting feature on the map, or if you just happen to be traveling close to it and I can reveal it to you, I want you to feel that you absolutely can go. Not everything here is about fighting, and that's what I don't know about this place. I think this is more of an RP thing here than a fight. If this was walk in and here's a demon and he's got 5 friends and they attack anybody who enters, I'd charge boldly ahead and be like, all right, I got this. There's no problem. But because it's probably more of an RP encounter, and I know about this character Bell. He is a pit fiend here in Hell. He actually ran this place, Avernus, before Zariel came and he got demoted. So he's a very interesting character with a bone to pick with Zariel. So someone you definitely might want to get to know. But again, rather than get in there and crap on myself, I will probably say Bell's Forge is will have to wait more for next week, just to give me a chance to read it and to kind of make plans based on how Harriman's Hill went. I need to regroup a little bit and figure out the next step. But we'll start with Bell's Forge, and I will get that done in my homework. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Do I just want to... your map. I'm gonna go. All right, you know what? Here we go. I'm gonna do this. Let me go to the GM layer and select all, and move it to the map layer. There we go. Now everything is here because the map wouldn't be really good if it didn't have places of interest highlighted on the map. So you can see everything that I've revealed now. There's, of course, Fort Knucklebone and El Terrell, were the only locations not really marked on this map. Mahadi's Wandering Emporium, obviously not marked because it wanders. But this is these are all the different locations that are marked in the map. So if any of them, for whatever reason, appear interesting to you, you can always chart a course there and go check it out. This is I want this to be a little bit more sandboxy than it's strictly as written.
Okay.
So yeah, so I'm adapting a little bit, but I think we're gonna make it work.
Anyone got any preferences for name to go cause trouble at?
You know, right now Lulu has told you about the Demon Zapper and the spawning trees, but that's just the two locations she remembers at this time. She remembered Howraman's Hill too, and that wasn't anything but a fight that you managed to avoid. So,
Do you guys want to follow Lulu?
Down to spawning trees.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah. We have to go to Bell's Forge later on, right?
Yeah, that sounds that way. That was a look, Dan.
yeah. Howraman's Hill.
Yeah, we just jumped on the spawning tree.
Okay, awesome. So, excuse me.
After you get your lung back.
The map speaks up as you approach this this area called the spawning trees, and it says demons beget demons. Where their filth lands, they spawn ever more corruption. Now there are tree-like growths clustering along the shoreline of a lake of bubbling black goo. Each growth is formed from the same ichor as the lake and has writhing membranous sacs budding from its limbs. 5 bearded fiends heap coals around the trunk of one of the trees as they hurl more coals onto the pyre. 4 of their number cruelly poke and tease the 5th member of their group. So, lakes of demonic ichor, appear where demons are slaughtered in great numbers. Malformed trees are growing on the sidelines, their branches laden with fleshy sacs.
Nancy will go check out one of the sacks.
Yeah, we'll go poke a sack and see what happens.
As Fancy decides to walk over there, I'm gonna ready my crossbow.
Okay.
Because I don't think they're gonna be friendly to him.
I'll go catch up.
It might be some kind of incredible juice.
No, I get you back.
Fancy will investigate the sack. If that's possible. Oh, it's that thing?
Oh, that's kind of sad. I hadn't read about the spawning trees. I wasn't expecting to get this far, so I'm just reading it now. I'm a terrible DM. I'm sorry.
We bypassed a whole big fight on you.
Right?
I'm gonna get what I can. give guidance to Fancy's investigation.
So it says the devils are likely to attack on sight, unless a character can convince them to parley.
Fancy, you're up.
Is that a charisma check?
Persuasion. Nice. Okay. Okay, so again, there is 5 of these guys in totals. 4 of them relentlessly teasing the 5th. And you can see that this 5th one has terrible scars on his head, and his skull is even caved in a little place. And you're picking up on the fact that he has a brain injury. But his comrades here don't seem to care about any of that and just relentlessly pick on him. And they're forcing him to attack these sacs, these fleshy sacs on these trees actually grow abyssal chickens. And they're making him kill most of the chickens. The fire that they're burning around one of the trees is to destroy the tree so that it doesn't grow more sacs.
I just kind of look.
The scene you're looking at, right?
I look over it and I see this weak thing being picked on, and I just kind of look at them and go, "You really shouldn't do that."
Why not?
Because then I'll have to shoot you in the face.
It's usually
we started off so good.
That
You
look
started
is me looking at the clock, going, 15 minutes, 5 bearded devils. like we might go late tonight. I don't know that they're going to take to.
And I say, I add on to that, and we started off so well, but you really want.
Intimidation check. Let's do an intimidation check.
Well, I'm not good at those type of things. I'm -1. But hey, why not?
Hey.
Wow. Well, a -1.
They say, fine, you take them then. And they shove them in your direction. Says, we don't want them around here anymore.
All right. I guess we get some. I guess we get someone to keep up the vehicles.
He introduces himself as Crickendolt, and I'm going to give you that in the chat because it's, of course, hard to spell unless you see it. But Crickendolt thanks you for standing up for him, and he says those guys were very mean.
And he's a bearded devil?
He is a bearded devil, right? With a slightly caved in skull.
Do you want to take care of the vehicles for us for a safe place?
Crickendall says he knows Avernus well, and he could make a good traveling companion and guide.
Even better.
So now we have a chauffeur, is what you're saying.
We have a guy. Do you think you want a guy with a caved-in skull driving?
Now,
Can we fix
Well,
him?
no, you can take a beating.
Can someone fix him?
Oh, I don't have any healing spells like that.
he would need, for his injury, he would need something like a heal spell, which I believe is 6th level.
So he's a little quirky. Let's go.
Right? Crickendolt.
There's some characters.
Do we know from the vision what this place looks like, that where the sword is?
So, Lulu asks the 4 other bearded devils if they know where the Bleeding Citadel is. And these bearded devils say no, but they know someone who could help. For the price of a soul coin, we could direct you to somebody who might know. He's a mysterious outlander. But it'll cost you a soul coin.
What do you guys think?
I say, if you can spend a soul coin, spend a soul coin. That's what Fancy said. That's just his.
I mean, they are meant to act as currency around here.
How many soul coins do we have? 6?
We have 5 right now. We spent 1.
You're going to need one for the demon grinder tomorrow. Whenever you take a long rest, then...
Is there a soul coin casino?
Well, certainly a lot of creatures around here might be carrying them.
Or we could give it to the soul coin, get the information, then turn around and take it back.
Always an option.
I give them the soul coin for the information.
All right. So he tells you about a powerful mage who visits Avernus from other planes and often pays Yugoloths for their protection. Yugoloths are, again, those neutral, neither demon nor devil, but all fiend. Anyway, if anyone knows where to find the Bleeding Citadel, it's surely him. Have you ever heard of Morden Kanan?
No way.
Have we?
The name rings a bell, but I don't know if Rebecca knows that or if Liam knows that.
Right?
That be a mystery.
Well, Morden Kanan, of course, for D&D books, has the book Morden Kanan's Tome of Foes and Monsters of the Multiverse.
There we go.
So you know that they're there. But in the Strahd campaign, he was also the Mad Mage of Mount Baratok. He gets around, this guy. He shows up in everybody's game. So the Bearded Devils mark the location of the Wizard's Tower on your map. And they confirm that it is, where is it here? I don't see it. The Tower of Erm is what we're looking for. There it is. Right over here.
I look on the map, I look at them, and I look at the party. Do you think they're just trying to get rid of us?
Make an insight check.
I feel like the Tower.
I'm gonna make an insight check to see if they're giving us if I feel like they're giving us the runaround.
Insight check. All right. Let's see.
Oh. Well,
Best you can tell.
yeah, Salim shrugs. He's like, I don't know. Best lead we've got so far. But also, he's interested to meet a potential magic user.
And I wouldn't have picked it any better.
You gave them the soul coin, right?
Yeah, that's why I was asking if everyone if we believe them or not. Because
Right.
do we take it back or not?
Right. Right. So now there's 4 of them.
Yep.
They might be carrying more soul coins.
That's what. As I start to slowly walk away, I look at the rest of my companions and kind of give them that. Well, what do you think? Look.
Murder.
I hear Fancy calling murder. We ordering the, are we ordering the deal and going to the tower, or are we taking back the coin?
I mean, these guys were picking on a handicapped person.
Yeah, we should probably stop that.
I look at whatever that name is, and I go, how much did they pick on?
Then again, Zariel dispatched this cleanup crew here to scour the lake to keep these abyssal chickens are demons, not devils. So, as part of the blood war, Zariel would find their presence particularly offensive, and so these are Zariel's crew. Probably not high up. You know, in the hierarchy, but still, you know, it would be killing her people. That hasn't stopped you about killing any devils to this point, though.
Yeah, no, devils are the devils.
It wasn't even a consideration up until this point. So I asked the guy that's with us now, how bad did they pick on you?
They were very mean.
I look at everyone and say, I think it's time we pick on them.
Fancy is all for that. Just as long as we're going to do it evilly.
You
Picking
guys
on
want
people evilly.
You guys want to pick a fight?
I spin around and I let 2 arrows go.
All right. Well, that is where we'll leave it for tonight. We will come back next Tuesday with a fight to do with 4 bastard bearded devils who gave you a tip of how to find the Bleeding Citadel. But you decided you wanted your soul coin back. So I fully endorse this plan too, by the way. These devils are bastards, so...
My guy's only taking them out because they picked on this other guy.
I think Fancy just wants the coin.
I was about to say Salim also wants the coin. He likes the idea of having more on hand.
Right?
If this is gonna buy us our way through, potentially, I think we should get as many as we can.
So, one note about the soul coins is that an evil creature can carry as many as he wants, but a non-evil creature can only carry a number of soul coins equal to their constitution modifier.
Oh.
Oh.
They're dark magic. I don't actually touch them.
Right.
So are Salim, are Fancy and Salim officially evil now?
If we take one more long rest.
Because then we can just give them all to them.
Well, I think I can, because I'm technically evil, even before it fully, permanently affects me.
That's true. You're currently evil.
Let me read that.
I just kind of picture her like Lord of the Rings with the ring.
Well, here's the thing, right? Maybe Mordenkainen can cast Dispel Evil, which is what is needed to restore your original alignment.
If you wanted to.
If he does it, I'm not against it. I'm just saying, like, right now, this is my only option was to leave the plane, and I don't think we had any spells powerful enough to do that. So
Yeah, if we can meet him, that's going to be very helpful.
But I kind of think Salim's enjoying it too.
Evil feels good.
he was neutral good. He wasn't, somebody who went out of his way to do good things.
Yeah, but no, you're lawful evil now. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I thought it was just I turned evil.
No, lawful evil.
Lawful.
I turned lawful. Oh, okay.
Like Darth Vader, Anakin style.
I thought it was just whatever your alignment, because I was neutral good. So I thought it was like evil neutral evil.
No, it's kind of good it didn't though, because I'm chaotic neutral. Could you imagine me going chaotic evil again?
Yeah, that would be bad.
Right.
That might be fun.
Yeah, lawful evil. This place turns you into a devil.
Okay. Didn't realize it was lawful. But yeah, that's. I don't think anything that I've been playing tonight has been too far-fetched from lawful evil.
No. And the fun thing is that Crickendolt. Where does it say it here? I just want to read it exactly. I can't find it, but basically he's got a head injury, and it's caused him to be chaotic good.
So we're not fixing him. We want him to stay chaotic good. We were not fixing his head.
Okay, I found it. So, Brock, one of the vulture-looking demons, savaged Crickendork's skull during one of the many battles of the Blood War, leaving him with the brain injury that has turned his alignment to chaotic good. Crickendolt's comrades learned that he felt bad for the abyssal chickens, and they were now goading him into slaughtering them on pain of death. And secretly, Crickendolt keeps an abyssal chicken named Earwax in his backpack.
Earwax?
Earwax!
Oh, I like
hilarious.
this guy.
So we're right. We're right there.
Yeah, we should attack. Yes, we should definitely kill those guys.
All right, and that's where we'll pick up for next week. So thank you all, ladies and jelly spoons. I hope you liked it. That vehicular combat bit I thought was fun. I thought it was better than Spelljammer.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
That it flowed a little bit more easy. I just got to remember those complication rolls.
Yeah.
I think I remembered it half a dozen times out of 40 possible chances, but that's okay. So yeah, it was fun. So I dug it, and I am going to. It's kind of hard to plan if we do it sandbox style, but I'll do my best. At the end of every week, I'll just ask what it is you're thinking about going to check out, and then I will prepare. But
So it's like Strahd all over again.
right? But at least you have a suggested path going to the Tower of So I can definitely plan for that. And then anything else that happens along the way, there are more warlords. You were even told about Smiler the Defiler, I think, who's a warlord, but he's more of an ally. So yeah, there's all sorts of encounters that I could plan for. But we'll make Tower of first and foremost, and everything else we will roll with as we can. I'll try to pepper in have a couple of good random encounters ready, so that if we ever kind of hit a thing, I can maybe pull a random out of my back pocket and keep y'all entertained for a couple of hours. But yeah, it's fun. So again, thanks again. I will stop my rambling and turn it all over to you. Anybody going to be out next week or anything like that?
No, the only one
I'll be here.
I'm questionable about is if we actually play Sunday, because I'm going to be up at the river.
Oh yeah, this Sunday, right. Yeah, the Dragonlance game hasn't played on Sundays in over a month now, right?
Yeah.
It's just unfortunate we can't get that off the ground. But Tuesday's been great. I only missed once.
I get Tuesdays and Thursdays right now.
Yeah, how's the Thursday game going? What's
It really stabilized. It's actually turning into a pretty good campaign.
which is it a homebrew or is it?
It's a homebrew, based off the Faerun setting,
Okay.
but modified.
Okay.
And I'm playing a Blade Singer Wizard. It's kind of different.
All right, nice. All right, folks. Well, have yourselves a good week. We will see you in the chat. Thanks for coming out to play, and I hope you have a great week.
All right, bud.
All right.
All right, everyone. Have a good
Good.
week.
Yeah.
On you off.
Good one.
Talk to you guys later.
Bye.